While KSI's online career has had its fair share of controversy, 2024 has become the year that he has completely ruined his reputation beyond repair. From being called out for involvement in crypto schemes,
yesterday, he accidentally exposed the pump and dump crypto scams that he promoted,
to staging a complete meltdown after a horrible song release.
If the whole thing was different, it would be better, right? It's actually the most liked comment on the music video. It's got more likes than my actual music video.
It's no wonder KSI's online presence has been on a steep downward trajectory. However, that's only the tip of the iceberg, as KSI's response to the situation has only added fuel to the fire and turned anyone that was left against him.
What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their life? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better.
Hi, I'm the InternetAnarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be examining the crumbling reputation of YouTube's greatest trash talker, KSI. Throughout his 15 years on YouTube, KSI has dabbled in several different styles and strategies when it comes to content creation, from gameplay videos to comedy skits and even mainstream television. KSI's eccentric personality and willingness to expand his horizons has allowed him to build a platform that boasts over 24 million subscribers. While KSI's over-the-top online persona has brought him unparalleled success on the platform, it has also spawned considerable amounts of controversy, getting banned from Eurogamer, backlash for using gamer words in his videos, and heated feuds with other creators and his brother Deji are just a few examples of KSI's ego landing him in hot water. Even though KSI was able to walk away from these incidents with no lasting consequences for his career or fan base, his unchecked ego would continue to get the better of him. A good example of this was KSI's response to the first loss in his boxing career at the hands of Tommy Fury.
KSI, your thoughts after that?
Robbery. It's a robbery, bro. How many jabs did he land? How many jabs did you land? You didn't get hardly any shots off. Huh? And you got a point off as well.
I'll tell you one thing. He can land two right hands around, but I was pushing the pace, I was throwing the shots, and I was the one put with.
You weren't landing. You weren't.
Unable to accept defeat, KSI would make a long-winded response to the match and tried to use every method imaginable to downplay Tommy's victory.
In terms of the Tommy Fury fight, I feel like I've come out better. Way better than he has. Like, I'd much rather be in my position than his. I mean, it's nice to know that my fight with Tommy Fury will be the biggest fight he will ever have in his life. Even if he fights anyone else, no one is gonna care.
Even going as far as taking jabs at Tommy's personal life.
And to be honest, Tommy Fury has been pretty embarrassing these past few weeks. From him being with Chris Brown, having zero rhythm, looking hella awkward, to him attempting to dance with Tion Wayne, to whatever this clip is, all while Molly May is looking after his kid at home.
Even though the results of the match were rather divisive, KSI's reaction only served to make him look like more of a loser, a fact his viewers quickly pointed out, with comments that read, "Always been a KSI fan, and wanted him to win. But after seeing the way he has reacted to losing, I'm happy he lost. Now I'm older, I understand what Deji was saying about KSI being egotistical. He's also a master manipulator to twist his fans' opinions. As well as, a wise man once said, being a sore loser is even worse than being a loser." Fortunately for him, it wouldn't be long before viewers forgot about KSI's arrogant rambling and moved on to other things. However, it would soon become apparent that KSI hadn't learned from his mistake, as his overinflated ego and inability to handle criticism were about to wreak more havoc on his reputation in ways he could have never imagined. By the 15th of February 2024, an online investigator, CoffeeZilla, would put KSI under the microscope with a video titled, "KSI Accidentally Exposes His Crypto Scams."
he accidentally exposed the pump and dump crypto scams that he promoted. They've been hidden for 2 years, but only came out when KSI logged back into his old Twitter account, saying, "Does this still work?" Now, if you didn't know, this is KSI's crypto account where he used to talk about crypto coins he liked, but he messed up because one investigator has been waiting for him to return to the scene of the crime. And that person is not me. It's Zach XBT, a crypto investigator on Twitter.
CoffeeZilla went on to show how Zach confronted KSI on his previous shady crypto deals and promotions.
Now, many people, including myself, hadn't seen anything from KSI to this point that seemed shady. But Zach had been waiting for this moment. He goes on, Remember when KSI posted this? All of a sudden, my XCAD bag is looking juicy again. Hodl Gang then proceeded to dump $850,000 worth of XCAD over the following days from his wallet address,
as well as sharing proof of KSI selling tokens that he publicly claimed to hold.
Zach also shared a picture as proof. Series of transactions from KSI's wallet where starting on March 27th, when he sent that tweet, KSI started selling XCAD. The same day he tweeted he was part of the HODL gang, slang for someone who wouldn't sell this crypto coin, right? In fact, that wasn't the only time KSI has mentioned this holding stance publicly.
I'm holding my bags. I'm holding my Luna, my XCAD.
Videos like this are why people genuinely thought KSI was just buying and holding, but he wasn't.
To get some clarity on the situation, CoffeeZilla contacted KSI about the pump and dump allegations, and he had this to say.
HODL gang, LMAO. Sold some profit, as well as my own money, to put into Luna, thinking I would profit more to buy back more XCAD, and took a major L. Still fully believe in XCAD, the ability to earn from watching content. Honestly, you should talk to Redacted. He's very excited about this project. I never left crypto. I've just been watching it from the shadows. It's kind of hard to leave when you've invested so many years into it. He then shared a personal account screenshot showing that he does have some XCAD still held. It doesn't really change the core accusation of whether he pumped and dumped his fans.
While there was some plausible deniability if KSI was involved in only one crypto scheme, it becomes a lot more difficult to believe his story when he was involved in the same scheme twice.
But then I got another message which changed everything from Zach. He said, I have one more KSI example with a different coin. Turns out on March 20th, 2021, KSI tweeted this. 2 NFT coins I'm very bullish on, Super and Earn. Any other NFTs I should look at? Now, normally when you're bullish on a coin, you buy that coin. But that's not what KSI did. See, right after he tweeted that, 6 hours later, he sold $174,000 worth of Earn token. And then 4 hours later, sells another $174,000. Now, if that isn't a textbook pump and dump, I don't know what is.
When questioned about the second crypto pump and dump, KSI replied with this statement.
He says, I don't really remember the details of every transaction I made. These were coins I put my own money in, thinking they would do well. I would listen to what people said on Twitter and just follow stuff. I invested in Doge, etc. I didn't have malicious intent in trying to scam. I was new to crypto, so I was excited, putting money in random things and trying to chase the pumps, and ultimately lost heavily. I hope people didn't take advice or tweets as gold, because looking back at my track record, I was effing dog shit. I wish I was an evil genius that would pump and dump at the right time, because then at least people would say that I had some wit about me. Reality is I was just at crypto.
In addition to this, KSI claimed that the contradiction between his tweets and trading behavior was due to being trolled by the market.
And I said as much. I said, I'm just trying to understand why you traded the opposite way that you were saying on Twitter. And KSI replied this, because I thought I was getting trolled. Honestly, every time I tweeted something, the opposite would happen on the market. So I decided to tweet the opposite of what I was actually doing and still took an L. He thought the market was against him, so he publicly said one thing while privately, secretly doing the opposite, which is kind of the definition of a pump and dump when you promote that to a big audience.
The holes in KSI's story would only continue to get larger, as Zach revealed yet another obvious example of dishonest activity.
Meanwhile, though, while I was confronting KSI, I heard a final response from Zach XBT, which he said, I found another example. See, on May 11, 2021, KSI Crypto tweeted, this is about to explode. Only moments later, though, he sold $25,000. Didn't buy it, which I get it. It's a relatively small amount, but it furthers that same pattern of behavior.
Not long after these allegations were made public, another member of the crypto community and fan of KSI by the name of Vipor published a 38-page document defending him, as well as offering counters to the tweets Zach presented. The main argument of the document was that KSI wasn't a serious trader and had lost money on several occasions. Reading, KSI had no reason to pump and dump the coins, and KSI did not pump and dump any coin, but the false allegations and half-truths were shared in such a way to make it look like KSI has scammed his fans fans. But in actuality, he did not scam any of his fans, but has himself lost a lot of money in his trades. Even though it wasn't clear if KSI had traded maliciously or not, CoffeeZilla would later put forward the notion that influencers should be held accountable when promoting a financial product.
That, like, if a public influencer with a lot of followers promote something and they say they're bullish, they say they're excited, they say they're HODL gang, and they sell, that's a pump and dump.
To illustrate his point, CoffeeZilla would share more messages of him telling KSI how much of an impact he had on the market.
I shared with him the volume calculation I had done based on an aggregate of a bunch of different crypto exchanges showing that XCAD's volume went up. Because one thing he told me, he's like, look, I hope people didn't actually take my tweets. And I said, this is XCAD trading volume. The red arrows are right after you tweeted, people dumped in money. Trading volume spiked by millions of dollars multiple times. Whether or not you realize it, you have insane influence more than most celebrities. Wielding it like this is bad, whether or not you have ill intentions.
Despite CoffeeZilla's attempt to present the situation in good faith, KSI would respond on stream by trying to frame him as a clout chaser.
Well, honestly, it's kind of mad how CoffeeZilla has made not one, not two, but 3 videos on me. And I haven't even responded yet.
In addition to this, KSI argued that he was too rich to participate in crypto schemes or scam anyone.
But I don't know, why would I scam? I've turned down millions and millions and millions of deals. Like tens of millions of me to do, I don't know, some gambling stuff. So why would I go on crypto and pump and dump for what?
Instead of properly addressing the allegations, KSI was trying to discredit his critics, and his viewers wouldn't hesitate to call him out on it, with comments reading, "I still don't understand why JJ would sell hours after tweeting to buy the crypto." This response addressed none of CoffeeZilla's points. Also, JJ is not gonna sue anyone. That's the most empty threat I've ever seen. As well as, mate, you've been hanging with Logan Paul too much. You literally tweeted about the crypto, but 15 minutes later dumped. You do realize that is the definition of a pump and dump. Sadly, this wouldn't be the only instance of KSI's association with Logan souring his relationship with his own fans. In the coming months, the two creators were about to collaborate on a product that only served to turn fans against them. By the 16th of September 2024, KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast would launch a children's food product named Lunchly. They marketed the product as a healthy alternative to the already established Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar. Feastables Crunch.
Yeah!
Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese.
As you'd imagine, people were skeptical of the product because of Mr. Beast's involvement and other blatantly unhealthy items included in the meal, Feastables and Prime. However, that wouldn't be the only source of hate for their new product, as popular YouTube creator Dan TDM pointed out something everyone knew but hadn't said, with a tweet that read, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is just selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. But how does it benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." The tweet would go viral and spark a massive wave of criticism directed at both Lunchly and the creators behind it. From the concerns about the impact on children's health, to the disapproval of the influencer's misleading marketing techniques, people held nothing back in their criticism of Lunchly. By the 22nd of September 2024, KSI could no longer bear the hit to his ego over the hate for Lunchly and defended the product in a video titled, "Everybody Hates Us Right Now."
This is what I said. Looks like crap to me, while showing his toys that he sold to kids. How does this benefit your fans, Dan? Now, obviously, people didn't realize that I was shining a mirror in his face. Instead, they were like,
wait, you did the same as Dan. You made toys with Tube Heroes.
And yes, that's fair, but I'm not the one complaining.
KSI would then go on a rant about how Dan TDM had sold food products to children before, and that what he was doing was no different, as well as cherry-picking negative responses from viewers and claiming they were representative of Dan's entire audience.
Sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. His fans imploded. Some just decided just to be racist. When a knicker like KSI does nothing in life and still gets paid for it in something other than welfare or food stamps, it's noteworthy. It's like how monkeys in the jungle have started to understand the concept of tools.
What KSI didn't seem to understand was that he was presenting Lunchly as a healthy alternative for children, while only promoting the food product based on taste and satisfaction. Unfortunately, KSI already set his mind on the idea that the backlash was simply due to people hating on him, Logan, and Mr. Beast.
Where was the same energy when Ryan Trahan released Sweets? Where was the same energy when FaZe Rog released Sweets? I'm not seeing people going crazy towards them on Twitter. You know why? I've realized why. It's because people just hate us. People just hate us. People hate Logan Paul, okay? They hate Mr. Beast. And they hate me.
Naturally, viewers didn't support that idea and decided to show KSI what true hate looks like. The video would receive over 200,000 dislikes, and the comment section was filled to the brim with people trolling KSI. Him fake laughing every 10 seconds just makes him look desperate. KSI's ego has grown so much to the point where he actually believes that he hasn't done anything wrong, as well as, bro's ego is bigger than his forehead. Around a day later, a health professional named Dr. Mike would give his expert opinion on the matter and point out several nutritional concerns that were being overlooked.
What I was able to conclude is that Lunchly has less sugar and therefore less calories than Lunchables in comparable kits. That's probably due to the drink component of the kit, as Capri Sun uses sugar and Prime is artificially sweetened. Lunchly has significantly more potassium than Lunchables because of the Prime drink, which I guess is good, but not something I'd regularly use in deciding if a food is an ideal lunch for a kid. But the entirety of the kit is still considered an ultra-processed meal.
On the subject of Lunchly, Dr. Mike would have this to say.
Kids need energy to function, and calories give them that energy. Lunchly turkey contains only 230 calories, which would mean a kid would need to eat about 2.7 portions to consume enough calories.
And if they did that, they'd get nearly 1,300 milligrams of sodium,
which is also significantly over the USDA standards. It's clear Lunchly, just like Lunchables, misses the mark too many times to be considered meaningfully healthier, at least in my opinion.
Seeing the dubious health claims of Lunchly get debunked wasn't the only thing KSI had to worry about, as his next project was about to face even more hate and criticism. Around the end of September, KSI began promoting his new single, Thick of It, with some strange marketing tactics, with a tweet reading, "A lot has happened these past few days online, so here I am addressing everything below." Due to the misleading nature of the tweet, he was immediately hit with a community note that read, "Not only is the link 100% misleading, which breaks X guidelines, it's also a marketing tactic by WMG, who created the site that's using anger surrounding his controversies to promote his new single. This same tactic was also used recently for the song, but with Jake Paul." Unfortunately for KSI, no amount of marketing was enough to prevent the overwhelmingly negative response to the song, as the YouTube release received over 1 million dislikes. To add insult to injury, one of the comments under the video would receive more likes than the actual song itself, something that KSI couldn't stand.
If the whole thing was different, it would be better, right? Fantastic. This was literally my top comment. If anything, it's actually the most liked comment on the fucking music video. It's got more likes than my actual music video. A comment! 202,000 likes on this comment. Why aren't you liking the video?
KSI's other single, Low, would endure a similar treatment, with over 30,000 dislikes. The trolling and hate didn't stop there, as TikTok and YouTube were flooded with videos making fun of the song's lyrics and presentation.
New song is straight fire if you were to listen to it on fucking mute. I am being 100% deadass when I say this. This is one of the worst songs I've ever fucking heard in my life. So you see the music video. All my ops getting it. You're not ready. Bro, who exactly are your fucking ops? Dan TDF?
During Aiden Ross's stream, KSI would have a knee-jerk reaction when questioned about the audience's reception of the song.
What do you want to happen? What do you it's already out. Your song's already a meme. What do you want to happen now? What is
I just wanted to stop. I wanted to stop. I want people to stop making fun of my song.
I understand, man.
You don't fucking understand because you haven't released a song before. Imagine putting your heart and soul into a project and then release it into the world and everyone's going, ha ha, ass, trash. From the screen to the ring to the pen to the king. I'm literally talking about every aspect in my life.
Currently, KSI is still getting heated over the hate towards the song, and it doesn't look like that would change anytime soon, with a tweet reading, "Generational haters everywhere. I'm so tired of it at this point, just leave me alone." KSI is the perfect example of a creator who's incapable of noticing or learning from their mistakes. He couldn't handle the backlash from Saul losing after his fight with Tommy Fury, nor could he properly respond to the allegation of being involved in several crypto pump and dumps. Instead, KSI tried to protect his ego by hiding behind his insecure laughter and deflecting legitimate arguments. That kind of behavior rarely goes unnoticed by the internet, and it was only a matter of time before KSI's other endeavors were all hit with the hate he had been avoiding.